Twice this weekend, I've taught about Jonathan and David and their friendship. It's been amazing. But something is happening in this worship. I'm just feeling the Spirit of God. It's amazing when you teach and you preach and you watch God in his faithfulness and you actualize what you've taught. And worship, we've been in a series of worship. Worship is not a matter of phenomenal singers and musicians coming together and playing for the people. Real worship is when all of God's people come together and they themselves begin to witness of the miraculous power, the faithfulness, the goodness, the love of God. I could not have orchestrated today with my very best effort. God brought witnesses before you. That he's still on the throne. And he's still working miracles. Is he doing it? Is he doing it? Is he doing it? Is he doing it? And that worship witnesses to somebody that's going through, has got questions. I heard that you're able. Can you handle my situation? Myra walked down here and said, I'm about to go through a test and trial. And just seeing this young woman's situation and hearing her testimony just says to me, it reminds me that there's nothing too hard for God. How many of you have come to know that there's nothing too hard for God? There's a white-haired man in here. Frosty-haired man who's been through some things, who speaks across the sanctuary for the young folks. Basically says, wait on him. He's always on time. How many of you know that he's an on-time God? Brother's got two hands up. I like that. So here's a moment where the Spirit is saying, son, you were faithful to teach it, preach it, believe it. Now I've done it. Now you get out of the way. My God. That's worship, when there's witness that goes forth and somebody sees. They say he's an awesome God. Well, he is an awesome God. And so this is what I'm going to do. And Zion will tell you this is historical. Pastor letting us out at 12 o'clock. I didn't ask for all of that. All of that ain't necessary. And I see who said it. Elders. I believe with everything that's in me that God has spoken to some people today that have been going through some rather trying situations. And you've been reminded, just like you needed to be reminded, that our God is able. And for those of you that have even had some questions and doubts about God here lately, maybe you've kind of wandered off a little bit. Wow. On this day, he knocks on the door of your heart and he says, let me in. Let me in. And maybe there's somebody here that just have never made a decision for God. Maybe you were following after other gods. But you say, I heard of this Jesus that can walk on water and raise the dead. And if he could heal like that, two hands up. I surrender to him today. Amen. So you know what, friends, and I'm glad all of you all are here. Let's stand up. And we're going to support the persons that will come down the aisle. Some will come for prayer. Some will come for restoration. Prayerfully, some will come to be baptized. And some will come to get connected to the church. But I'm going to be obedient to the Spirit and get out of the way. So that the Spirit can have his way. And for those of you that I spoke of that are going through some difficulties and you need prayer, the prayers of individuals that have gone through and come out on the other side, I want you to come forward now. And then the others that are